Hey everybody, it's Martian Monkey here, and this is my Star Wars Rebels Season 2, Episode 1 review and rundown. I am so happy right now. I haven't been feeling good this morning because it's just like I have a headache and I opened the window right now and I haven't seen sunlight this morning yet, so it's just like blurry to me and it's just weird. And I've had some stomach aches, but I just watched the Star Wars Rebels Season 2, Episode 1. I just watched it. And that cheered me up so much because we have so much to look forward to this season. So let's get started. So let's talk about this episode. Let's talk about actually last season really led up to this. I feel like this is like a perfect way to continue the chapter, or I guess start this new chapter in the show. But let's start with it. So this season, it's gonna get cray up in here because we've already gotten some awesome stuff. Awesome info, awesome things to look forward to. I haven't seen another promo. I don't know what's going to happen in the next episode, so I'll just go look that up after this. But this is Kanin and the others, the ghosts, are with the Phoenix Fleet, which Ashoka and the commander, all that stuff. They're the fleet, the rebel fleet, and they've been with them for a while. Kanin has some thoughts. He wants to go back to being just the ghosts, just them. Just their family, because now they have all these, now they have this whole army of people, which is crazy, and I do not feel good right now. But yeah, now that they have this whole army full of like rebels, it's like he just got done with the war, and now he's gonna be starting a new one, and there is gonna be. I feel like they're leading up to that. I feel like they're leading up to a whole bigger picture, a whole bigger war that maybe they'll do for like a season 3 finale when we get to season 3, or maybe even a season 2 finale. I'm not even sure if they're. I don't know if they're getting a full season or just 13 episodes like last time. But whatever, you know what I mean? So, but I feel like they're leading up to a bigger thing, a bigger war here coming up, obviously, because they're gonna probably do a big, huge finale for either season 2 or 3, and we're probably gonna see a big, huge boss battle, which I'll talk about in a second. But anyway, yeah. So this episode, they go to Lothal because the minister, I don't remember her name, Tula, something like that, I don't know. But anyway, she says that she needs to get off Lothal, and I think this is what, she's a public official. She's not, like, Vader is coming in this season, and he is changing things up, and with Sidious behind, his master behind him. But, Darth Vader, he's coming in, and he's changing things. Like, at first it was just like, oh, let's stop these, criminals, and the minister was okay with that. But now it's like, okay, we need to torture the citizens, get everything out. This is huge. It's going to be a huge operation. We want, death. We want to squeeze the answers out of them. And she's not used to that. She's not used to, torturing people to get the answers. And so she eventually dies in an explosion. So, unfortunately, the rebels get captured. Ezra's birth house, I guess his parents' house. Maybe he was born there. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, his parents' house was destroyed in this episode. So I kind of felt sorry because, like, I thought he would have had more of an emotional shift from that. I think Ezra's going to be the really brave one this episode, this season, because he's like, we need to help, and Kanan. I don't know. It feels like Kanan's just trying to hold them back just a little bit longer because they're smart. When I think of Star Wars, I think of strategy. I think of how can we survive this with the Rebels, with Star Wars Rebels specifically. How can we survive this thing? And it's really great because I think kids who watch this will really get a sense of like I think the old trilogy is coming back, mainly because I think just younger people. I think kids are starting to get into it more and starting to like understand this, and the show is probably helping them do that. Is to help them get back to the old trilogy, or like the first trilogy, basically. Not just the current, like the newer ones. If you guys remember the 1 through 3, with the newer, with like what was it, Natalie Portman was another thing, and like all those other people. So they're starting to watch the older trilogies, and they're starting to watch the show, and they're starting to. And that's why, like, and Force Awakens will be coming back, which is going to be connecting to the, you know what I mean? So it's like episode 7. So they're kind of all just coming back, and it's kind of all kids are starting to get into it, which is really cool. So with this too, I feel like it's going to be really, it's making people aware, and it's just so smart, and the show is really helping kids like see it's like okay, we're in here, we're in this, like we are a part of it, because it feels like we're actually there in the Star Wars, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And people that are so close to the like original films and all that stuff will probably love this show too, because it's just so amazing. It's just like that. So, but anyway, I'm gonna stop jabbering about that, and let's get back to the episode. So, yeah. So after that, they go. Then we also get some what was it? Oh, I forgot his name, but what's his face in that one episode in season 1? Caller to Londo, something like that. I don't know. Londo Calistrata Poopta Canava Pickle. I don't know. But that one guy from season 1, I don't remember his name. I think his name was Londu or something like that. But anyway, they go to his little place. They find out that Tarkin Town is destroyed, unfortunately. But yeah, they hatch a plan. They're very smart. I feel like Sabine is very smart. And all that stuff, but they hatch a plan to escape, and they do. But, yeah, and they basically just go against Vader in space. I'll talk about the lightsaber fight in a second. But, they go in space, they escape with Ahsoka, and I'll talk about the rest of that. I'm going to stop right here. So let's talk about Darth Vader, basically, this episode, central around him. But basically, he fought Kanin and Ezra. I feel like Kanin and Ezra are not ready. Even Kanan, I feel like he's not ready. I feel like they both need to train. Like, I know Kanan's very, very smart, very wise in the Force, and he was trained when he was younger. But I feel like he might need more training. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Ahsoka, I don't know. I don't know where Kanan's timeline starts with Ahsoka. I feel like they're the same age, but I'm not really sure, because he wasn't in the Clone Wars show. He wasn't in the Clone Wars, but he wasn't in the show, so we didn't really get to see him in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So I don't know where that timeline kind of lines up with Ahsoka's, but I think Ahsoka still has more experience. One, because Anakin Skywalker trained her, obviously. That's the big thing, because obviously, and Obi-Wan too kind of helped, and, you know, Season 6 on Netflix kind of showed us that she's even more, you know what I mean? Even though she quit in Season 5, which we didn't really get an answer to how she came back, but whatever. But, so I feel like she still has the more experience. I feel like Kanan still needs to train. I don't know, maybe it was just that Vader was better, and just made it seem like Kanan was bad. Ezra definitely needs to train, obviously. This isn't the Clone Wars. We have to understand that this isn't that time. So now that we're here, we don't have all these Jedi teaching younger people. We don't have that anymore. And like Kanan and all, they're just so busy that doing all this other things that Kanan can't really, Ezra can't really train right now. So I feel like he needs to train. I feel like they both need to have this realization that they need to get in gear and kind of get a little bit more developed in that, especially Ezra, just in the training. But either that, or they need to have like maybe Ahsoka help them. I feel like because Ahsoka did. I feel like she's still suspicious. I don't know if she's exactly aware of that's Anakin or something like that. She seems like she knows that Anakin is Vader, but I'm not really sure. I can't really see it. It's kind of confusing. But I think if she does know, in fact, that is her old master, then she needs to get on it. She needs to train these guys fast, because I feel like it's just going to be cool, because I feel like her lie, if she does know, I'm still kind of confused, but if it's her lie that gets told, and they find out, I feel like she might regret it. I feel like she needs to, instead of keeping it a secret, I feel like she needs to come out to them and say, like, you know what, let's do this, we need to be ready, and I think it's going to happen. I don't know how exactly it's going to happen. I'm usually good at predictions when it comes to other shows, you know, Girl Meets World, something like that. But Star Wars Rebels, you never know where it's going to go. So, which is great, because that's a better show, when you never know where it's going to go. And that sense of the Force, when, like, Vader's just like the old apprentice, you know, or something like that. I don't remember what he said exactly. But just that, and then just saying Anakin's old master, which also could have confused viewers that aren't aware of the whole thing, the whole story. I think what that just means, like, have you ever watched Arrow in Season 3, where he said Oliver Queen is dead, and Al Sahim is born? I think that's what they're trying to do here. Anakin's dead, Vader is born. So they're just saying Anakin is not Vader now, and it's just saying Anakin's old apprentice, which they actually name drop Obi-Wan this episode, so which means that if they do get Ahsoka, they can go to Obi-Wan. Possibly. I'm not really sure. I feel like that's what they're teasing. I don't think Obi-Wan will show up maybe this season, maybe next season. It just depends on how many episodes they're doing. I feel like they're going to do a full season, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm really, really holding out for a finale with Ahsoka and Anakin versus each other. That would be amazing. I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. And maybe even Sidious coming back. If you remember in Clone Wars, Sidious battled Darth Maul and his brother, which was an amazing boss battle. So if they put Sidious back on too, that would be amazing too. But thanks guys for watching this. Like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I think this is the longest video I've ever made in my life. Links up there, links down there. I will see you guys later. I can't wait for next week's episode. It's going to be amazing. If it is next week, I don't know. And all that stuff. So yeah, thanks guys for watching this, and see you guys later. Bye bye.